Greetings, greetings, greetings. I am coming on early because I want to make sure that my live is actively working. So I'm waiting on my interviewer to come on live. I'm gonna make sure I got everything else shut down. So 1 second. Hmm. So we get in some process. Unbelievable.
How you doing, Miss Ross?
How are you?
I'm doing
How are
good.
you?
Doing good.
So,
Good. Down here at the Mesquite, Texas Mall, just chilling, trying to make sure I get
woo,
good signal for you.
it's been a long day. When I tell you it's been a beautiful day for me, so I'm not going to complain. I'm going to say God is good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a moment to, tag in your friends and, tag in your friends and have them to come in if you like. I'm not going to even touch the screen because I've been through a lot.
Yeah, I hit it. I don't know how much that works, but that'll work.
We got a few more minutes. We got like, a couple of minutes to kind of, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tag my friends on on my other phone here. So, and tell them to come in. So, how's the weather there?
The weather's good. I didn't realize I looked so damn good. Shit.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord, Lord, Lord. You know, so, oh my gosh, I didn't realize how good I look also.
Yeah. And when you look good naturally on camera, then that lets you know you're taking care of
Oh,
yourself.
so you're trying to say, okay. So it took me to put on some little, some lashes or something,
Uh,
some lipstick to come in.
anyway, all you did was put on some hair. You ain't everything all natural with you. You know that.
Nah, I don't do no makeup. I can't do no makeup. It's so I just put a little
Mhm.
lipstick on to make me feel
I
a
can
little bit.
tell. I can tell. I know a natural woman when I see one.
Oh yeah, natural, 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 natural. So,
Big B Silver like them natural.
oh, look at you, look at you. So you won't have no complaint then after that, because when they come out other kind of ways, when they start pulling the wigs
No,
and stuff
cause
off,
when
pulling
I
those.
wake up and I see you still look the same, I'm happy.
I know, right?
Mhm.
I know. So that's the important thing. So because a lot of people, a lot of women, they go through when you got to fix up, for the man. So if you like a woman natural, that is so awesome. That's an awesome thing.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna wait till we got like 7 more minutes. So we're gonna kind of, I guess, I'm so happy that we're on this live. You
But
just
yeah,
don't know.
yeah. We sure had some difficulty.
I know, I know. So you putting that chapstick on.
Yeah,
So
trying to put my makeup on.
so I see you highlighted so Charles, the Boss Talk podcast, 101 Bad News.
Yeah, yeah. Them all my peoples. Them ain't all my peoples, but that's Sir Charles approved. So you know what I'm saying. I gotta tag him and let him see what I'm doing. You know what I'm talking about.
Okay, okay. So at 7 o'clock or so, we got like about 6 more minutes. So what can we, how's the weather there?
Yeah, the weather's okay. I mean, it's say 92 degrees. I don't know true and accurate my car is, but that's what it say. It is kind of hot out there, but I got the AC on, so
92 degrees. Wow.
hmm
So up here it's around about like 30, 40 degrees.
it's what?
About 30, 40 degrees. Can you hear me?
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So,
Wow.
but I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I love it. So, but that's hey, that's I came from
I
I
I
just
don't I don't really fool with the heat myself. I was born in the summertime, the hottest day of the year, August 20th, and I can't deal with it.
so you got a birthday coming up, huh?
Man, don't say it that quick. It ain't coming up that fast. It's in August.
I just right around the corner.
Lord, you keep reminding me that I'm getting older.
I know.
I wish you would stop.
I know. I got a birthday coming up next month. So,
But the good part is, the older I get, unlike most people, I look younger as I get older. So,
oh yeah, you got that. You have that baby face.
but I
You
got
know,
that
them dream,
Cherokee Indian in
them,
me.
them dreaming eyes. So,
Yeah, they say they look good in the bedroom.
oh, so you got them. Okay, so I wanted to. I said dreaming eyes. I didn't want to say bedroom eyes. So,
You gonna be
so,
dreaming by the
so
time I get done.
oh Lord, you're gonna get in some trouble on this Facebook page. I tell you,
Now, trust me, most of them are already aware.
Lord have mercy.
They probably said you never lied.
Them player days are over with, though. It's time for you to, come on in. What's gonna take you to, to rear you on in. Them player days are over.
I'm not trying to be a player. Like, I did the marriage and stuff for a long time. I did my share. I had a house and company and all that stuff when I was married. I did all that. The places they trying to go, I already been. I'm trying to catch up on the stuff that I didn't do in life. Cause you
Yeah,
only
so
live you only live once. You better do what you want to do in
that's
life.
that's
There is no limitations on what you could do. God didn't say stick to a rule and how you should live as far as what you do in your life, as long as it makes you happy.
that's right. I agree with you.
I, I met a lot of broke homeless people that are a lot happier than people with money and problems. Trust
Oh yeah, yeah, I agree with you. So we're gonna get started in probably like another 3 minutes or so. I don't like to really. I'm on. Okay. Yeah. I want to welcome. I can't really actually see the screen, but I want to welcome everyone that has came online. I really appreciate it. So it's been in the last couple of, well, actually last week. I want to just thank everybody that came out last week because I had some technical issues on last week on Facebook. So when I tell you today, it took me all day to get this Facebook page up and running. So I am very appreciative that, with Facebook and their team, their support team, um, they came, they really, really helped me to get this Facebook page up because it really means a lot to me. So I'm just thankful. I want to just salute each one of you guys for coming out and supporting. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on, and get started. I know we've got like 2 more minutes, so I guess the 2 minutes from 7 o'clock is not gonna make a difference. But I want to say welcome back to the Goddess Mekara Reality ITV Talk Show at Works Entertainment and the Mix. It's kind of formal but informal as well. And this is my second season. When I tell you my second season, that first season went out with a bang. And in that first season, we had some great uh, interviewers. We had some great topics. And this season is going to be just as great as the first season. And I want to, I thank the opportunity to for Mr. B. Silver to grant me the opportunity to interview him online, well, on this Facebook Live. This artist is I get he's a Southern soul country. He's a rap artist, and he has been in the game for over what? How many years have you been in this game?
I actually been in the game since I was 9 years old.
9 years of age. 9 years of age. So you're making your way through this music industry. So let me ask you, can you tell us a little bit, just briefly, because I have a lot of questions that I would like to ask you. Can you give us, just introduce yourself briefly?
Well, they call me Big B Silver, ready to deliver. Surcharge approved, bad news approved. Shout out to FMMG, Fannie Mae Music Group. You know what I'm saying? That's who I run with. Shout out to 350 Beats. That's a lot of the beats that you're hearing right now in the Southern Soul. Shout out to Sir Charles. Shout out to Mac, my engineer. Shout out to Chris Justice. Shout out to Too Sweet. Shout out, I literally fool with everybody. Shout out to Jay Holland. Shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. Fetty Bags. Shout out to him as well. Um, Man, the list go on. That's who I am. I do music. I also represent, you know what I'm saying? We got a logo. Everyone not loyal. Shout out to Money Train. You know what I'm saying? We do mic drops and all that stuff. So get at your boy CEO Money Train or holler at your boy Big B Silver or Magnificent. We'll get you all set up. Everything you need is right here. Really don't need to be signed. We already is. You feel me?
Oh, so y'all have your own record label, you're saying. So
Yeah, yeah, I represent with Bad News at the Fannie Mae Music Group. But you know, I got a team that we pretty much we doing a lot of stuff in Dallas. Like everybody I fool with is top dog in Dallas. So I'm in Dallas, Texas. We doing our things. Like if you want to run with the team that put you on, it's the team to fool with. You know what I'm saying? I fool with Southern Soul, pop. I do country. I do, I do a little bit of R&B. I got a bunch of features I got to do. Man, I could talk for days. I'll let you talk, Miss Raw. Is it what you want to have me? You want to have me some?
yeah, I know that you had said that you are doing, you will be doing a collab with City Boy P out of Houston, Texas. He's a great
Yes, ma'am.
producer.
Yeah,
So
he's a producer. He's an artist. He does everything. He's similar to me. He got a lot of versatility. His the thing that he excel at the most is country music. Cause I hear some of his country music. He got some real good country music.
yeah, and I think that country and exotico music is is pretty excellent. I also did a collab with City Boy P, and the song that we got out there, the single that we got out there is Cowboy Ride Out. So it's pretty. It's.
You need to share it to me sometime. Put it up. I blast it out for you. You know, we do promotions and everything too. 'Cause I'm independent, so you got to get out here and promote. And that's what I do. And a lot of people know my name before they hear my music, so I must be doing something.
Oh, okay. Let me ask you, where are you from? Originally
I'm
from?
originally I'm originally from where Bad News is from, Phoenix City, Alabama, Columbus, Georgia,
So
Tri-City area. Shout out.
yeah. So how did you make your way from Alabama to Texas?
Man, it was God. Cause when what I had going on, I was doing actually rap in Atlanta, and I went all over. I was also a hype man for Lil Wonder Ball. Shout out to Mayhem Entertainment, ABK. That's Lil One Way. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. We did our thing all over South Carolina, Virginia, North Carolina, Atlanta, Columbus. Like I was doing that. Plus I was on the radio and on TV stuff, I mean, just doing a lot when I was younger. And I had the opportunity to meet a lot of heavy hitters and a lot of people that are big in the game now that, what I'm saying, inspired me to keep going because they like my music.
So can
So
you name a few of the heavy hitters that you came in contact with?
Man, we'll be there all day.
Guess a few. Just one or two.
I, Lil Scrape, Lil John, Yin Yang Twins, um, man, Pastor Troy.
Okay.
I was real with him. Uh, man, I mean, we could go on. I can't remember folks' name like that because I'm getting older.
So how are you gonna sing music if you can't remember? Are you going,
I can remember my lyrics forever, but remembering people name, that's always been a thing with me. I'm one of those people who got photographic memory when it comes to visual. I can look at something and I remember it forever. But when it comes to knowing people names, I can't remember their names. I remember their face.
Okay.
So
That's right.
a lot of times I really don't have to recognize people because a lot of times if I have stepped on stage and performed or anything like that, people always remember me. So that helps me out to not have to remember a name because they remember me, and that's the art of the game, to be remembered, not for you to remember, but to be remembered. So
Okay. 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 And let me ask you, who is, I know you probably, you call a lot of names out there. I can't even remember myself, but who is your influencers in the game out there? I know you had spoke on Sir Charles.
yeah, Sir
Um,
Charles, he one of my influencers. He motivated me to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Sir Charles approved. Bad news. He the one. If it wasn't for him, I would not be back in music. Period.
oh, really?
He the one told me to jump out there and keep going because he was like, man, your music is unique and ain't nobody never really heard this on the Southern Soul side. You had been doing this type of music before you even did start fooling with Southern Soul. So why don't you get in here and see what it worked like? And, I mean, it's vibing.
Okay, yeah. Let me ask you, do you have a author ego?
Yeah. Yeah, Big B Silver, and then you got James and you got Booney. Those are three different people.
Or
I can't honestly
none
say
of you
that.
have two, but you got three?
Yeah, I got three.
Can you tell me the difference of the three? Okay, when you right
Well,
now, who am I speaking with now?
you talking to Big B Silver right now. James is the one that'll go out there and work all day and he ain't even worry about what else going on. He trying to get the job done. Booney is the child. He just want to play PlayStation, read comic books, go see superhero movies, and worry about everything all the time. So, but Big B Silver, he fearless. He go anywhere. And it don't matter. He stated his opinion. He is the person that I would like to be sometimes when I'm in situations, but sometimes it's too dangerous to be your alter ego because you got to remember he don't care.
Mm, okay. Oh wow. That's awesome. Let me ask you a question. How how do you did you overcome difficult times in the music industry when you was back in the day when you said that you were in it, and then at one point you dropped out, and then you said bad news brought you back in. Thanks for the love.
Yeah, during that time when I was doing music, I was doing music in Atlanta. I had a song called Tighten Up, and I also had a song called Get It On My Block. And it was being pushed. It was the record was being broke by DJ Jelly. It was one of DJ Jelly beats. I had food with DJ Jelly, DJ Looney Tunes, all the heavy hitters of that time. I was fooling with them, and they got a lot of songs, a lot of beats out now that are famous songs. I don't have me no names. Yeah, I know they are. You listen to them all the time. You just don't know they made them. But yeah, I was doing music and my car got stole. I'll tell you the hood part. The car got stole. I was working at FedEx. My car got stole. Then my granddaddy died. Now after all that happened, that night my granddaddy died, I was supposed to go meet up with Rick Ross. because he was at an event that we was linked in with because we food with College Park and we Mayhem Entertainment, so we going out there to meet and greet. Lil one and his daddy was going out there. I was supposed to go. I didn't go. I kind of got depressed because when my granddaddy died, I didn't get a chance to go to his funeral because somebody stole my car. Then Bush, with his self, became president, and then he made a Great Depression start. I don't know if you remember that time, but everybody
Bush
started
was
laying
great.
people's off. Uh,
But Bush was a great president. And that
not,
was
not,
some of the questions because you answered all the questions before I
you
before I
do
asked.
you remember? Do you remember when Bush had caused the Great Depression? You remember that?
I thought Bush was a great president.
Uh, Now I'm
So
asking, do you
let me
remember
ask
that?
you, how did in that moment when you felt like did you when you say you
I just
caused the
asked, do you remember?
I see me is the opposite because I think that that he was a. Can you explain how he caused the Great Depression?
Him on being a president. I'm just telling you, do you remember when it was the Great Depression when he became president for the second time? Well, during that time when he became president, they started laying people off jobs. So they was
They
they
did
was
that. They do
firing
that.
people.
They did that before Bush, and they doing that after Bush.
Well, I'm trying to get through my story.
Somebody said they remember. So who is that? So
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get to my story, but I'm trying to make a true factual point because
yeah.
this is what happened to me. So they laid me off from my job from FedEx. I went all down the streets trying to find a job or whatever. To the streets, I was a legend.
So that's
So
what. So,
like they were calling
so
me to
that's when
do.
they sold your car.
Yeah, this was around the time they stole my car and everything. So they were calling me to still do shows. Like I was on the radio being promoted to come open up at shows because people wanted to see me perform. So they do dope boys, trap boys, things like that. So the city knew me. So they'll give me a couple of dollars come and open up when they first open up the club for them to advertise me on the radio so the women will come. So I used to come, no problem. Me and my boy Bishop, shout out to Bishop, the one that do that song Every Man. He's on that song. So we used to go there and do that, but after a while, it was like I ain't got no transportation. I don't have no way to go nowhere. So I called my folks, and my mama was like, "Oh, shit, you can't regroup. You can't come back home." Long story. Couldn't come back home. My sister said, "Well, I tell you what, I just give you a ticket. You go down here to Texas with your daddy. I know you don't fool with him like that, but if you like it, stay. If you don't, come on back. Start on over, whatever." So I was like, "Well, cool." Went down here, uh, worked it out, tried to figure things out, got me a job, and started living a normal life. It was hard living a normal life because you got to remember, I'm fooling with Yin Yang twins, Little John, Little Scrappy, people of that nature. I was on that level. So I'm fooling with these guys. So living a normal life ain't normal. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not living a normal life. When you become a part of this industry and you the real deal in this industry, a normal life is not normal. It's it's a whole different ball game. I don't see things that people will never get to see, you know. So like it was different. So I had to learn to adapt to be normal because I'm a character sometimes. Sometimes I can be silly. Can't be silly in the real world like that. Everybody ain't happy all the time. So I had to learn to adjust, and then I thought I found my calling. I thought I had a wife and everything, and I was in love. And I never felt love before because I used to be something like a gigolo. I had women, and all types of women all day long. You got to remember, I lived in Atlanta, Georgia, where women do not complain with sharing a good man. It's different in other states. Different. And people who from Georgia know this. So I came here and tried to start a normal life and didn't work out. And then next thing you know, I got divorced and I own my own truck company and doing my thing. And bad news found out that I was in Texas. And once he found out I was in Texas, he said, "Hey man, you think you open up a show for me? You still got that music?" I said, "Yeah, I can do a little something. I got a little something." So he let me open up for him. And from there, he was like, "Man, you still got it. Let's go." So we went down to San Antonio, food with Cedric Bellamy. Shout out to him, Street Legion, City. Uh, and it's been taking off from there. And I've been linking in like I did back in the A, and I'm linking in with the heavy hitters like I did back home. So it's been much love out here because people see your potential. They see how good you are. A person can see your level. They can read your level. Like, when you've been there and done things. So it's just on that caliber. So I'm just trying to expand and take off from where I left off. And God gave me guidance and told me that He wanted me to start back writing. He did it through my mama. My mama had a dream. She told me that God told her to tell me that I need to start back writing. And ever since then, all my music been flush.
So, so you do all of your writing, all of your music. So let me ask you a question. Before you, um, the first time, how many did you do any albums the first time you was out in the music industry? When you was out the first, you was in the rap, correct? Or in
Yeah, I was in the rap. I really didn't do albums. I did a couple albums when I was back home in the hood, and I put them out and started solo songs and just promoting them because once you learn the industry, you learn that it don't take 12 songs to make you known. It takes one. When
that's
you
right.
have one single, one good song to promote, and you keep pushing it through their minds, and they remember it, and they know it by heart. They want to play it everywhere they go. That's when you know you have a hit. Now, making a song every week and going and performing it is not taking you nowhere. It's not gonna.
I like this.
It's not gonna take you
I
anywhere.
like
And
this.
I'm telling people this from I've been with legends. I'm telling you how this works.
So let me ask you, how many songs do you have out there?
I have 6 singles as far as on my genre, but they're different genres. They're not the same style.
Okay, I know you have different style and sounds. Okay, in the rap, when you was in the rap industry, the music industry, how many songs that you put out in the rap?
Yeah, I put out a lot of songs because you gotta remember back then
Was it
everything
more
was underground. It was
freestyling? Was it more freestyling back in the day? Because normally, like rappers, they just
no.
freestyle as.
No, I mean I freestyle. We was me and Wick, BigB Silver and Wick Gold were like freestyle king. We were like 8 Ball, MJG when it came to the freestyle. We didn't freestyle. We wrote songs to
Okay,
promote them
that's
because we
that's
used to
what I'm saying.
perform for the radio station and TV competitions and all types of stuff like that.
Okay, okay. So as far as the Southern Soul, how many singles or whatever or EP that you got out for the Southern Soul and Southern Soul?
Uh, let me see, because I can't. Well, I mean, some of us, all of them are considered. Some of them are somewhat considered trail ride. I think it's just 6 right now. That I got that are individual, but they all can be performed in Southern Soul genres because
Can
that's
you name
Southern Soul type music.
can you name a few of the
Uh, I
singles?
got I got Kissing on You. I got Really Doesn't Matter. I got Every Man. I got Country Woman. Um,
So that's
I got
so
Ooh La La. Huh?
so the Country Woman is considered the trail ride song, or is it more
No, that's
Southern
that's
Soul?
that's a that's a pure blues song. If you coming home from church and you want to listen to something, that's a pure blues song that people don't even hardly make no more. So I felt like I had to make that for my grandma and my mama and people that always tell you, I don't want to hear all that mess. That's for them.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. We're gonna go back to what we was talking about in the beginning. Can you share a moment when you felt like giving up, and what motivated you to keep going? What motivated you to keep going? Because I know you said you was going through at the time, when Bush was in office, when you lost your job. You said you had lost.
Well, it wasn't at that time. It wasn't that because like people was calling me and they was like, "Well, BigB Silver went. He in the top of the table and it just
Dropped
disappeared.
out. Yeah.
I wasn't worried about music like that anymore because I found out the reality of music. The music is not how talented you are. Music is more based on who you know. And once you
Woo!
realize that
Really?
people
That's
are already,
back up, back up. Music is not based on your talent. It's on who you know.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, so it's based on who you know.
So it's a so in this music industry you have to have a backing. That's what you're saying.
Pretty much, if you're trying to go somewhere, because like just being talented ain't gonna get you out there. Because everybody, nowadays these people running groups. They're not like
Cliques.
open to make. They're not open to make real money when they see real money. A lot of them just stick to their groups, which is nothing wrong with that. It's okay to stick to your groups, but that's as far as you're gonna go. Your group.
Okay, so so how did you overcome what motivated you to keep going on when you was, when people seen that you had dropped off, or what did you do? Where did you
I
go?
I had dropped off because I just, I started when I learned how the industry was, it was kind of like if people were telling me, they knew my music word for word, people telling me you already own, you don't need a deal with, you don't, yeah, apparently I don't need a deal because I see the reality of this. And then I seen real people in the industry get screwed right there in the mix of everything while everything's going on. And it's like, okay, this is the game that people play. This is not everybody break bread equally. This is what I can get out of you at the time, and that's all it is.
Yeah,
Once you
well,
once that song dry up, you dry up.
let me ask you, how do you handle self-doubt and criticism in the industry?
Well, first of all, in order to be an artist, you got to be confident in yourself. So you can't doubt yourself, especially when you get up there on stage. You got to know what you're going for. You got to know. It's like there can't be no doubt. If you have doubt, then you don't need to be in this game because this game is funny and
Okay,
people gonna manipulate you to do whatever they need you to do at the time they want you to do it, and 9 times out of 10 you're probably gonna pay for it. So if you're gonna pay for it and invest in yourself, you do not need to have doubt in yourself because it's a waste of money and it's a waste of time.
okay, what about the criticism?
I you know I always been, people always consider me I wouldn't say weird, but a unique individual. So I never really worried about nobody criticism. And plus, I'm a big guy and I got them hands, so I ain't nobody never even said nothing to me.
Yeah. So, because in this industry, people struggle with with those egos, especially criticism as well. Because on the criticism, they'll say, you can't sing, you don't have talent,
Well, people,
or
I mean, before I even started this Southern Soul, people was like, you're not Southern Soul, so just remember that. And
yeah,
I'm like, oh,
those are the
okay.
criticism.
Yeah,
Those are the things I'm talking
yeah,
about with the self doubt.
see, I don't worry about that stuff because I'm like, yeah, if I'm not Southern Soul, why every time I step up on stage, I have people more crunk than the people who already got songs that's on the radio? I don't understand. So I don't even pay no attention to that stuff. Because then when I come down off the stage, the conversation is totally different. So I don't even worry about that. And it's been like that for years because I'm known for rocking stages.
Okay, so you have that self confidence,
I mean, it's just
in yourself.
big silver is natural. I deliver.
So let me ask you a question. What advice would you give to an artist struggling to make a name, for themselves in this industry? So what advice would you give them?
Man, uh, just stay true to what you're doing and
I
then
like
and follow
that
through.
answer.
Don't never, uh,
I like that answer. Say true to what you're doing.
yeah, stay true to what you're doing and follow through with your goals, man. Don't let nobody. This is another thing that I learned in the industry. Do not wait on anybody to do something for you. If you need it done and it's not getting done, Do it for yourself because they ain't gonna do nothing but slow you down. You gotta remember, everybody don't want you to make it where they are. And some people don't want you to make it at all.
That's
So the only
right.
person you have that you can remain confident in is you. So if you know how to do it, invest in it, get the job done, hit the angles that you need to hit, and everything else will fall in corner because God controls the energy of the earth. So if your energy flow correctly, everything else gonna fall in place. Because me, for example, when I got back into music and I started doing this Southern Soul, and God had told my mama to tell me this stuff, I took it as a joke. I didn't know bad news was here. I didn't know he really did music for real. I used to see him, on there doing stuff, see him with Bootsy and stuff like that, but I never really paid no mind to it because I wasn't in music no more. It didn't matter, but everything kind of flowed this way after he told me that. So it's like I'll be a fool to deny my calling if he told me this and not everything is coming to me, you know. But you have to take the good with the bad too. Sometimes you have to suffer through transition in order to get where you need to go or where you're trying to go or where God is trying to take you. And sometimes that's debuilding you back down so you can be humble when you come back up. And a lot of
Okay.
times, if you already know what's coming, sometimes he prepare you because a lot of his blessings come from cleanliness and not being selfish or greedy. It comes from just being a humble person in the mind, not what you're doing, but in the mind. God knows your mind; He knows your heart. Only way things work for you is if your mind and your heart is true. If it's not, if your heart and your mind ain't true, it's gonna end up telling on you, and it's not of God.
Absolutely, absolutely. But sometimes too, people take your weakness, you know, and your kindness. I'm sorry, your kindness for weakness. And and I'm a very, very humble person, but sometimes people take you, sometimes they can take you
But
out of that.
and that's true enough. But you
You
got to
know,
remember, God has wrath. He's got wrath, and
absolutely.
and
Right.
and karma is a crazy thing. It may not happen to the person now. It probably will happen later. But God gonna give you your revenge, and sometimes He prepares a table in the midst of your enemies. I don't had a scenario happen to me like that recently. Well, people didn't even give me the respect that I deserved when I came in. They didn't know I did paid shows. They ain't never seen me perform before at all. And then they tried to chunk me off as like I'm just a regular artist or something. But the dude that was there, shout out to Chemo, he was there. He already know who I was, and he forced them boys to let me perform, which was cool because I had just got off doing a show with L.J. Eccles and Jeter Jones. I had literally just got off the stage opening up for them to go perform at the little mic event. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't know that. I didn't go around speaking that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to express who I am. It should be when I walk in the room, you see my energy. You're gonna see me. You're gonna wonder who I am when I walk in the room because my energy is light.
Yeah.
And
See.
so when I got up there and performed, and that whole crowd, which ain't never really seen me perform before, started acting a fool like we was in a concert, then they gave me my respect. I didn't say nothing else after that. It just know now that when I come back in that club and they want me to perform, I will be getting paid.
Yeah. Mr. Frazier said that God prepares us for our greater self.
Yep.
So, Mr., I can't really actually read, I mean, I'm still having difficulties of reading a lot of the comments on here. But I want to say, Mr. Frazier, that's great. Yeah, he does. Because we do have a greater self within us, but sometimes too, we don't dig deep enough to find it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't go within yourself, a lot of times you'll go without. But let me
Yeah.
ask you, huh?
And it took me a long time to gain the confidence because at the beginning. I didn't know music. My homeboy Wick Gold introduced me to rap music entirely. I played video games and sat in the house all day. I wasn't a people person. Still sort of kind of ain't no people person, but I know how to communicate with people. But yeah, I wasn't. This wasn't my thing, and I didn't ever push for it like I push now. But when God wants you to do something, you want to do something in life, and He gives you that opportunity when He feel like that you are ready, that's what it is. And I have the experience of being management. Like, I got a bachelor's degree. I'm not just no thug. I got a bachelor's degree in business development. I got an associate's degree on a trucking company. I mean, I do Uber. You know what I'm saying? I do simple stuff. Like I'm a go getter. I get out here and hustle and do what I can. But at the same time, I'm not no fool. When he learned that you're wise enough, because you got to remember the people in the Bible, some of them, if you look at their ages, that allows you to see that how long it took them to get that age to be ready for what their calling was. And that's what it is with a lot of us. A lot of us don't bloom until we get 50, you know? So, some of us got a lot of growing. It's all about growth. And you got to keep your ear open. You don't keep your ear open, how can you succeed? You're
That's
blinded.
I agree. I agree. Do How do people perceive you? How do they look at you? They look at you as being arrogant or as being aggressive or
Um,
as being
I mean, most women that look at me as a ladies' man, they always think I'm fooling with women, but I really don't fool women too much like that. I don't really have the time.
them eyes truly tells it all. So you don't even have to even speak on that. So I'm saying because them eyes tells it all.
But
Don't
yeah,
get
I mean, but
so
other than
don't
that,
get in trouble on this live.
yeah, but other than that, I'm a laid back person. I mean, a lot of times when people see me, you never know I perform because a lot of times I be in the corner quiet until it's time for me to get up on stage, and you be like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Whoops. Let me ask you, your music blends like Southern soul, the country, and the rap. Can you tell us about your influences and how you incorporated them into your sound? How did you incorporate rap, Southern soul, and country into your sound?
Well, to be honest about that, and I'm just gonna be honest. Uh, I mean, I got a few artists that I admire, but I'm kind of like Eminem. I really don't listen to nobody but myself, so I don't really know what's hot out here. I just make what's hot in my heart, and then I show it to you and see if it's hot in your heart. That's how I do. I just whatever my heart feel. I make music from my heart. So if you listen to my music, it's expressing what I've been going through.
Okay,
It
so
expresses. Go ahead.
you making music, from your experiences. You sing
Yeah.
from experience.
Yeah, I
So
make
you're
music from
not
my
yeah.
emotions.
So you're not doing it because somebody else got a song out there, and then because I know a lot of people like with 803, he got where those fans at, and you got other
Well,
artists
yeah, yeah,
behind
yeah. I
him,
keep I keep
coming
hearing everybody
behind
say
him,
something about. I keep
huh?
hearing everybody say something about boots on the ground, but I'm just not realizing they got hot. I got step songs and country step songs and stuff like that. I ain't even put out yet. I've been made that stuff. They're hot, but we're gonna wait, because at the same time, it's all a marketing scheme. You don't put your stuff out when somebody already burned the deal. Because you'll be wasting a song.
So, Mr. Frazier, what you mean by it seems like there is integrity in this conversation, Mekara. So, if you can you reiterate on that comment? And while you're
I'm on
doing
here.
that, let
Get you
me
back.
ask the next question. How do you balance these different genres? and what inspired your creativity? So in these different genres, the Southern soul, the country, the rap, how do you it's how do you balance them all?
I just what because
Different
everything comes
genres.
with rhythm. Everything comes with rhythms and beats, and real artists know that the beats will talk to you and tell you what it wants you to say. So I just go off of that and whatever it is at the time, and I feel like that it matches my vocals. I go for it. I don't question my art. I just do
Okay.
it.
And how do
I'm
you
like
think
I'm like Nike.
yeah, and how do you think your music reflects your upbringing and roots?
A lot of my music. Well, I make music for women, so I mean, if you listen to my music, I express strength in a woman. I tell a woman as a man, is that like all my music? If you listen to it, sound like I'm talking to an individual. So I make my music like I'm expressing how I feel about this situation to the significant other, and it helps me get off a lot of stuff that's in my mind that I want to say to empower black women or empower women in general. Like I make music for women, so you can't fail because if your music is towards women and it's talking to women, then and it's motivational, then that's all that matters. It's the positivity in the music is really what I enjoy doing. I like making music without having to cuss and all that crazy stuff. I like making unique music that I know that ain't nobody gonna be capable of making.
Okay, so because so when you rapping, you don't do the cursing, and but when a lot of rappers they do they I
Well,
kind of like don't
well,
understand when rapping.
when I started doing music, I started doing music at 9 years old. My first show was a talent show for the radio station. You couldn't cuss, so how we came up with our name. My name BigB Silver. I'd rather have Jesus than silver and gold. That's
Okay,
how I came up with my name.
that was the question I wanted to ask you. So how did you come up with Big B Silver?
Because we made a little cassette tape with these little techno beats on it, and we started freestyling on them, and we let mom went up there. We told my mom we had a song, and we did the song for her, and she was like, "Y'all don't cuss and push it towards God more. Maybe y'all go somewhere. But it sounds good. Keep doing what you're doing." So I was like, okay, well, I want to do it for God because I love God. At the same time, everybody always had this issue with rap ain't of God. So uh, I'd rather have Jesus than silver and gold. So silver and gold is the last line of defense. It's the close thing to God that's in music, and it's gonna make a difference.
Big
I am gonna
B.
make a difference.
So the big, we understand the big, but the B stands for what?
Booney,
Boney. Okay, say big. So that's your other ego.
that's my
Okay.
nickname. Yeah, Booney.
Liberals. Also, too, in your music, because I know a lot of people out there, they sing, whatever, and they sound and style. Do you sing more to the younger crowd, the twerking and the booty shaking and
Well,
whatever,
no,
or do you sing more to
no.
the
From what
grown
I
and
learned,
sexy like me? I like I like a man, to sing to
well,
the grown and
my
sexy.
my music, it gravitates towards older women, more mature women, and women my age. But I have a lot of kids that actually like my music too because of the messages that I put
Really,
out. Yeah,
really.
I had a white dude when I was Ubering one time. I had a white dude, and not saying racial stuff, but I'm just telling you what it is. I had a white dude get in my car. He looked like a millionaire, he do the stocks and everything. We having a good conversation. We talking about investments, things of that nature, and I told him, I invest in my music. He's like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "Yeah, it's pretty valuable. At least that's what I was told." And he was like, "Oh yeah, let me hear it." So, he's skeptical. He want to hear it, see what I'm talking about, so he can laugh about it later. I played the country song, that I'm promoting now. He started laughing, and I was like, "What's so funny?" He was like, "My kids listen to this song every day." And I was
Wow.
like, "Where you from?" He was like, "I'm from Chicago." I was like, "Wow." I said, "Oh, I tell you what, here's my little link card because I have the new technology now. I got one of these cards that I can slide you my music, go straight to your phone or whatever." I gave
Right.
him one of the cards, and I told him, I said, "Well, tell him this from Big B Silver. You rode with Big B Silver today." So hey, if kids love it, I mean everybody else gotta love it too. There ain't
And
nothing
see,
wrong with the music. It's
and,
not
and,
violent.
and see, some of the music that you can relate to, you know, as far as the grown and sexy, some of like the kids, they can relate to it. It can be clean. Some of it is clean, where anybody can relate to your music. That was the
Yeah.
next question I want to ask. What role do you think your genre is blending, like the sound, when you play it? How do it connect with your audience? That was one of the questions that I want to ask. With the blend of music, like your
A lot.
country
a lot of
song.
a lot of people say, my music remind them of that '90s music when music was just elegant and it just sound good and it had a purpose. So I appreciate that compliment.
Okay, this is what the person responded to. He said, "I listen and pay close attention to interesting individual, and that was my heart recognized about this person sharing your show with you today." So um, one of the listeners on
Thank
here
you, Willie.
saying that they're interested.
Yeah.
So
I
so
got a song that I'm doing with Songbird that I got to work on. I don't did a lot of features. I did a feature with TP Thomas, Bad News. Me TP Thomas want to do another feature with me. Shout out to TP Thomas. He got the song with Jeter Jones. Uh, man, I'm moving not only in Southern Soul, but I'm actually moving in the rap genre too. Like people are really feeling like. I have no limitations on my music. I make music where I can either go to the casino and perform, or I can go to the hood and perform. I have no label. I can go
okay, so
anywhere.
that's awesome. That's
Yeah,
awesome. That's
and it's
awesome.
street. My music street approved, and it's rich folks approved too.
Okay, okay. And what are some common misconceptions about the music industry? Because it is a lot of misconceptions in this music industry. And how do you overcome them? How do you overcome those misconceptions in the
Uh,
music industry,
when you speak on misconceptions, like what you mean?
especially in the Southern Soul industry? It's
Like the hating or what the
the backbiting, the hating,
oh
the gatekeeping.
I look at it like this. I'm 41 years old. I'm a grown
40
man.
years
I don't have,
young.
yeah, I, however, however you want to put it. I do not have time for games. I do not have time for backbiting. I don't hate nobody. I love everybody. This is not about an individual. This life that I'm going through and doing my music with is about me. I'm not worried about what everybody else got going on. I'm not hating on the next man. And a lot of artists will tell you about me, and they know that I motivate you. I got artists call me for guidance. Like I have
Oh,
people
wow.
call me and like, "Hey, Big B, hey, I got something to ask you and stuff like that." I give them guidance, man, because that's what we supposed to do. Either way, I got the bachelor, in the other realm, in the white collar realm. I actually got a bachelor's degree for business development, so I can actually tell anybody how to do anything because I have the degree for it. But we'll get back to the hood part of it. Yeah, I like promoting people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to remember, only way you're going to get out here when you're not known is if you help others.
That's
The
right.
more you do for others, you do for yourself because you're being recognized. And a lot of people don't see that, and a lot of people don't care, and a lot of people are selfish. The world is gonna end. So we got to realize that people are gonna be who they're gonna be because the world was created through chaos. So without chaos, it couldn't be no earth. So always just keep that little visual in your mind. If it wouldn't be no good without the bad. You got to have it. Have it. It elevates everything, keep everything afloat. So it's gonna be ignorant people because it has to be ignorant people in order for other people to succeed. You know what I'm saying? Because the people that they hate on do more succeeding than the people that's hating.
Mm-hmm. And you're right about that because, like you said, your network, your network is your net worth. So you do need to like network with people. Like you said, you help people. So that that's awesome because a lot of times too people out here in this industry they don't want to see you. They don't want to see you grow. They don't want to see you succeed. So
Yeah,
that was a great
and and
answer.
and I mean, like I said, I don't have people look down on me just because I'm not from Dallas and stuff like that. And then when they see who I'm rolling with, and they like, why is this guy rolling with the top guys and the top people in Dallas? Well, then when they see me perform, they be like, oh, okay, I see why now. Yeah, I need to get some with him too. Yeah, yeah, you see, like
So
it's not a game. I'm a grown man.
yeah, so that's my hometown. D Town is my hometown. So you in my state. Let me see what else is up here. I got somebody for you, Big B. He needs to have a conversation with you.
But hey, hit me up at any time, man. Hit me up at any time. You inbox me. Anybody want to inbox me, get my information, you're more than welcome. Um, like I'm open for shows. I'm trying to do this, do trail ride all over. Oh yeah, I've been speaking so much, and the first thing that I really wanted to say was April 12th. April 12th, I will be down at Baby Ray's in Kilgore, Texas. I will be opening up for Lady Coco and Stylist. Shout out to them. Shout out to Stylist. That's my boy. So I'm gonna do an open up for them. And people who do know me or watching this, you want to see what I'm really capable of, just come there and I'll show you a little bit. I got a new song I want to perform anyway. I like the song. I just felt like it'll match good with all this country music that I'm making. So yeah, I got that. So,
Okay. That was one of the questions I was gonna ask too, but you beat me to it. Uh,
oh, my bad.
how do you navigate, like you were saying, your street to business? How do you navigate your business side of the industry, the business side of the industry from the contracts to management? Does that
Well,
make sense?
some of that was self-taught because when I was younger, I used to walk around with a briefcase to school and stuff like that. And people used to laugh and they're like, why you carry a bag
You
around with
are a
all your
comedian.
stuff?
You are
But
a comedian.
but what I learned is, see, they didn't know that I was getting schooled by other people who was actually in so many ways like Vi. They call him Psycho Raw, Bless the Dead. People like him mentored me in the music, and they are from upstate. They used to do stuff with Big Pun and what's his name, Big Pun and his homeboy. He's still alive today. Told you I can't remember folks' name. But anyway, they mentored me. That was like, because I used to ask them the same thing before I started. And they was like, well, first of all, we from upstate. Second of all, when you from upstate, anything goes. You take your life with you. So when you go places, professional places, if you got material and stuff like that, you need to bring it with you. Because we will not remember you if you don't have nothing for us to see.
Okay. And another question too, what advice, that's some good stuff. What advice would you give a new artist about building a team and finding support and finding the right support team? Because like I said, since you was a child, you had the right support team. You had people along your walk. But, with these artists out here right now, they need support. They need someone to hold their hand. and to lead them. Some of them just out here. They got music, but they just
Well,
out here.
I wouldn't say hold a hand because these grown folks they should be capable of handling their own. But
But
like,
some,
I mean, it's just all about networking. I mean, you just get out here and network, and people, because everybody do different things. Everybody got different styles, and people like different things. You might run into a person that like your vibe, like your music, and wanna do more with you. That have the tools that you don't have to be able to get things done. Or you could just link up with people like me, and if you need direction, I can direct you. Send me an inbox. We do mic drops. We do all types of stuff. I do paid shows. I travel to different states, Virginia, North Carolina. I traveled to California, Kilgore, Mississippi. Shoot, we went to Oklahoma 2 weeks ago. Like we performing. Get outside of the box. Start doing stuff outside of the box. Cause what people got to understand is Southern Soul might not really know me like that, but I'm probably sure probably got more followers than most of these people here because I was doing stuff before this. You understand what I'm saying? This Southern Soul is new. You know what I'm saying? You got to get out there. You got to step outside of your box because in reality, the Southern Soul is in the real southern region, which is the southeast.
but
So you
and
got
now
to go that way.
it's where you at too as well. So because it
It's,
started
it's
down
it
there.
does it does a little bit here. It's
But they
starting
don't
to get more.
acknowledge.
It's starting to get more vibrant, and the reason why it's being acknowledged is because you got people like me that's out here on the ground. That's where every time I get up and perform, I say, "Yeah, I'm a Southern Soul entertainer," and then when I get off stage, they like, "Oh, I think I like Southern Soul." So that's how it blew up. It didn't just blow up by the old school folks because they was sticking in their groups. It blew up by people like me who have no limitations, and I'm claiming it. So now that I'm claiming it to the streets, and I'm claiming it to the hoods, and claiming it to the white collar people and the Mexicans and all that stuff, now everybody know what Southern Soul is. Southern Soul was just in a black market. Now we
Right.
expand
And
it because there's no limitation.
and it's still in the black market. So, but you have to get it out there to, like the different regions, like you said, in the white,
Yep, because I got
also too
I got people.
in the also too in the Hispanic. Yeah, I was on a conversation today about, like the regions. You need to get it over to the, to the. Yeah, I don't like to say colors and white Mexicans and all that kind of stuff. I'm not that type of
Well,
person,
I look at it
but you
like
have to get
this:
into
the the
those
the
different
the
radio
the, the
stations.
type of the type of pushing and the promotion that I've been doing with myself individually. I've been not pushing it only to black people. I've been pushing it to white people, Mexicans, Spanish. I got people playing my music in Europe. I got
How
music
they
playing
how
my
they
music.
respond?
People playing my music in India. I
How do
got
they
people
respond?
playing my music.
How
Huh?
how do they respond? What's your response?
They love it. They never heard to their thing to me is when what they tell me is they never met a black guy that's capable of doing different things and unique sound that I have.
That's
Which
right.
that's true. Ain't nobody gonna be like Big B Silver. But I appreciate that. That let me know I'm making a difference because I know in the future then that the Southern Soul just ain't gonna call me to write a song. I'm gonna have country call me to write a song. Now somebody in pop call me and write a song. Now somebody in different genres. I'm
Okay,
not gonna
so
be
you
limited.
because you spread abroad, you're not trying to stay in one sector. So you're
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
you want to move to.
One minute you will see me stepping on a rap stage, and the next minute you gonna see me stepping in a country folks concert doing my song. Like, did he just do that in the hood? And they gonna be like, well, it don't matter because it's still good here. You know what I'm saying?
So you know what, you need to be a comedian. You are so funny. I'm trying, you are so funny. So how do you stay like up to date with the industry trends and changes? Because like you said, you move around, so you're not gonna stay in one spot.
Yeah,
So how do you stay up to
well,
date?
man, I run with the people who are the up to date.
Okay.
You got you got Pokebell, you got Sir Charles, you got Christopher Justice, you got Puka Leroy, You got man. I run with a bunch of people who are the up to date. Like it's so if anything goes on, I know. I might not go, but I know.
Yeah.
Just like Sexy Red's supposed to have a little car or a little show tonight somewhere, VIP table set. I can go if I want to. I don't want to go.
So let me ask. It's kind of personal, but how can you share a personal struggle or experience that has influenced your music and your message?
Well,
Your a personal struggle
well,
or experience.
I've been divorced from a person that I loved once. It hurt me so bad I thought about killing myself. So I've been through that. It's life and
I mean,
learning that life
you
is.
was in deep. You was you was knee deep, weren't you? In love, you want to kill yourself.
Well, it's like this. When you when I'm who I am.
So you love deep.
When
You love.
I have multiple women friends, so it's not easy for me to fall in love. But when I fall in love, I'm gone.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. So I don't really fall in love like that. I loved one person since I've been married, even though she's my ex. I never changed my love for her. First of all, I'm a Leo. I don't change. I never changed my love for her. But not only just that, I don't slept in my car before. You know, I don't been homeless before. I don't been out here in these streets, and I don't slept in the crack house before. You understand? There's different waves of this stuff. Once you learn the waves, you don't laugh about people's problems no more.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You
That's
you
right.
respect you respect them and understand. Until you could walk in a person's shoes, you should never throw stones at
I
anybody
agree.
because you don't know what they've been through. And I still look like this. So,
I agree. I agree. I agree. And what role do you think self care and mental health plays in you maintaining a successful music career?
man, just keeping it together and just remind yourself that it don't matter. Somebody loves you.
Yeah. And your self
If you
care.
and always remember, this has been the best quote and one of the best quotes, other than the other one, that my mama ever told me. Do the birds eat?
Yep. Yeah, and they do.
And if the birds eat, you gonna eat. So you worry about the wrong thing. Do what you gotta do, and God gonna provide the rest. And see, that's the trick of the world. That's the trick that we call the devil, that dark energy. Cause we worried about stuff that we can't control. And when we worry about stuff we can't control, it overwhelms the goals that we have and the path that we're walking, and it slows us down. Sometimes you just got to go and have that faith. Close your eyes, have that faith, and know that God got you in your walk. And once you have that in your mind and it's pure in your heart and soul, you can't lose. You can't lose. You could be homeless, ain't ate all day. As long as God in your soul, you're good because you know it's coming from somewhere. See, that's the trick of the game. That's the trick of the game. It wants you to be frustrated. It wants you to be hate people. But that's that's just the trick because it's not necessary. Because does the birds eat? Is
Amen.
what the question is. So,
That's an awesome answer. So do you how do you measure success and what does it mean to you as an artist?
man, I I measure my success by the appreciation of the people that allow me to be around. Because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be rising back to the level that I was when I was younger. So shout out to Bad News and Sir Charles and them for keeping me motivated because it's a lot of heavy hitters in this game. And shoot, when you be around and you be like, damn, you're a heavy hitter. A lot of these people like Marcellus the singer, I chilling with him, you know.
Yeah.
all that stuff, eating food, cracking up. I never knew who he was the whole time. Never knew.
Oh
So,
wow.
you just got, and bad news, like, you know who that is, da, 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 da. Man, you got to get to know these folks. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't know. But I didn't, I'm not going to fall heads over heels in love. My goal is to make them know me. So when I'm walking somewhere, they can speak
Absolutely.
to me.
Absolutely. I mean, you put it in, you put it in words. Let me ask you, because I know you already said that, you mentioned of one show. Do you have any other shows outside of the one that you said you
I got
had in
I got a show May 11th in Virginia with Miss Stephanie in
Virginia?
Norfolk,
Where in Virginia?
Virginia.
Where in Virginia?
Norfolk,
Norfolk,
Virginia.
Virginia. Okay,
Yeah, if I'm saying that correctly. Um,
that's
and then I
awesome.
got another show. Shout out to Miss Rich Hudson. She was just on here. I got another show on woman's empowerment on May 31st in Atlanta, Georgia. So I'm gonna
Okay.
be doing a woman's empowerment um, uh, session. I'm gonna be performing there. I got something else coming up on the 26th. And I think some on the 27th. I got to go back and confirm these things, but it's always something going. Always something going. Like I said, Kilgore, April the 12th. I'm gonna be down there. If y'all around, you're watching this, you want to come out, see what I do, because I'm probably gonna be the first one to step up on stage. Because I like to perform first. I don't know why. I'm just addicted to it. I like to keep the momentum so I can have fun too. You know what I'm saying? So,
So you're a party starter, huh?
yeah, but if you link to my page, stay tuned. You will see a lot of stuff on there, a lot of promotions, a lot of shows going on. That I'm probably gonna be at. Probably not even performing. I'm probably promoting it for somebody else. I'm probably sharing their stuff because I got love for them. That's all. It's just love. We ain't got to like each other, but at least we can love each other.
Amen.
You know what I'm
Amen.
saying?
So, can you tell our viewers where they can find you and
Yeah,
your
you can
music?
find you can find me on any platform. Just type in Big B Silver, like you looking for somebody's name. All my stuff will pull up. There's only one Big B Silver in the world, and that's me. And
Okay,
that is for
so
sure.
can you spell that for us? Because some of us can't spell.
BIGB
That's together.
SILBER.
So that's together. So like me, I would put big, and then I put a space there, and then I put a G, and then I
No,
put
it's
silver.
it's big space B space silver. Like you looking up a regular person's name.
Okay,
I
so
am Big B Silver.
because you put big B together, so I'm thinking that that's together.
No, you don't. It's together on there, but you could type me up like you're looking for a regular person's name. I
Okay.
tried to make it simple because people make stuff hard. Just look up my name and I'll come up. That's all you
Okay.
gotta do.
Okay. And then on how can they find your music?
Yeah, just go on the internet and just pull it up. It'll be on Apple, iTunes. It's on everything. Then I'm dropping some more stuff coming. I'm finna drop a video soon for this song that I'm finna release. It's called Thank You God. Uh, I'm gonna probably shoot the video on Prayer Mountain. It's gonna be a good thing. I
Hey,
made and I made that song because I was crying and I got tired of crying. And so I was like, when I wrote the song, I was like, I'm so tired. And that's what I was saying. But I was like, you know what? Let me flip the negativity around and make it positive. So I thank God for all the bad things that happened in my life. You know what I'm saying? I
amen.
thank
Amen.
God for the hard times and struggles. You know, I thank God for the things that I need to sacrifice.
Amen.
I thank God for keeping me out of trouble. See, but I'm dropping that video soon in that song. But like I got a lot of stuff going. I'm finna be hot. I'm just taking my time with where I
When,
am hot. But I'm
when is
taking
your
my time with
time? When is your
it.
time? When is your time? It's your time. Can't nothing stop you. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna ask you, before we close, is there any questions for the that's anyone that's watching? Is there any questions that you would like to ask Big B Silver before we close? We reached that hour of 8:03. So is there any questions that you would like to ask Big B Silver? And I would like to say hello, greetings, Miss Coco. the Lady Blues singer.
Oh yes.
Is that
Hello.
Miss Coco? Is there any questions that you guys like to ask Big B Sipper before we close?
Most of them they'll probably be they'll see me in person and ask me, I'm sure.
So is there anything else you would like to share with us? I really enjoyed your journey, that you shared your journey and your story with us. I mean, you had me get going. So I'm really, really, really thankful that you came on my show on tonight and shared
Yeah,
your experience.
I appreciate you having me. Yeah, big shout out to everyone not loyal. Money Train, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you want to do, we do. Hey, I'm in the Southern Soul world. I'm trying to bring what's not in the Southern Soul world to the Southern Soul world. So yeah, we gonna have mic drops. We gonna have, all types of video, little cuts and scenes and stuff that you want to do. Just like I said, inbox me or inbox CEO Money Train or Mr. Magnificent. Inbox them. We'll get with you, work something out. You know what I'm saying? Put your little something together. All our platforms are pulling numbers as far as on the Money Train side. I'm new to this internet stuff, but I'm still pulling some numbers, but I'm still trying to navigate this internet world. But yeah, we plugged in. We fool with everybody. You trying to get specific things done. Just if you need advice, just inbox me, let me know. Yeah, and just stay tuned, man. Shows coming up. I'm gonna be in a video we just dropped with one Trap Wayne and Big Bank Slim. Man, it's all time. Man, I'm on all type of stuff. I'm on all type of stuff.
But once again, we want to thank you for coming in. I want to thank all the viewers, everyone that came in to support on the Goddess Makara reality ITV talk show. And once again, we will be back on next Thursday at the same time from 6 p.m. Central Standard and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So with that said, I want to say thank you, Big B Silver. That's a big kiss, ain't
Ready to deliver. Yeah, my
it?
bad. I was looking at myself.
Someone came on and said Big B Silver. I can't really read it.
Yeah,
It was Mr. Gold.
that's Whit Gold. That's Whit Gold. That's my rap partner. Shout out to Whit Gold.
Okay, thanks for coming in with Gold. And I want to appreciate everyone once again. And I want everyone to have a blessed and prosperous night on purpose. Have a great one. Peace.
Peace.
Peace out.